variety of specific camp battles that I think are big time battles. I didn't see this one on my flow chart. Presley Harvin III looks amazing as a punter. No, you just look.
No, I know. I was there.
I am not here to say like I like Wisnowski. I've seen some incredible backspinning punts from Presley Harvin III. I believe he's number 5 out there.
Number 5.
He did it last week.
Josh Dobbs is number 5.
I think there's multiple 31s. There's multiple 5s. He's number 5 on my chart right here.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs is 5 too. We're like Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, where you just run out of numbers.
Number 5.
We have number 31s.
Yeah,
two number 31s, the running back and Green. So anyway, I've never seen
that in preseason before. Guys with multiple jerseys. You got this is something you see in Georgia, Ohio State. This is pretty funny. Go ahead, continue.
Look, this kicker, punter, if you will. Look, he looks good. He looks good. Now, we all like Wisnowski, and I think he's had a solid start to his 49er career. This random punter, look, I know we're not going to do 888-957-9570, the punter. But, like, this guy pinned them in multiple times. I don't know if it's just the turf. He did it last week as well. He looks good.
Does look good. Think they could trade him? Get some picks?
Look, if you could get a cheaper punter to afford Ayuk and Trent's extension, you do it. I'm sorry.
You think
you
cut,
do it. You straight up, you do it. What?
Cut Wisnowski?
Wisnowski's whatever. Like, I'm not losing it, but it's all about marginal upgrades, right? If I could pin a team down 2 extra times a year, maybe I win 1 extra game, and instead of going on the road in round 2, I'm playing that game at home, right? So the margins are thin, and if you could find a punter who can do something marginally better and make a little less, hell yeah, you're obligated to go in that direction.
4-year, $13 million extension in 2022 for Mitch Wisnowski. Be interesting. I wouldn't lose sleep over it. I don't know what Percy Harvin means. I mean, I guess he was in because of the injury to Wisnowski, although he did hold on field goals yesterday, which is kind of weird. By the way, the Statistician Trading School, August 21st, 9:30 to 2 p.m. They're going to send on the Zoom link for everybody, and it is free. On the panel this year, Bob Rathman of the Hawks Television Network. He's a play-by-play voice of the Hawks. Kate Scott, of course, voice of the Sixers, and Tim Brando, longtime college football announcer there. So Kate Scott dropping the Easop Whitson Jr. And of course the punter is pretty good. But Percy Harvin III, hey man, he's making some waves. Do we got controversy at the punting position? Hey, let's see it. Let's see it.
Like this whole, and I know like Madden does it as well. Can you punt it inside the 20? Can we drill this down a little? Like inside the 20 is nothing nowadays. I want to be inside the 7. And the guy did it over and over. I was like, all right, we might have a little something here.
Wisnowski's not bad, though. He's one of the better punters in the league.
I don't think he's a hole. But again, if you could save some money, all right, and you could get a little bit of an upgrade, you're obligated to do it.
See, he got a $3 million, 3.75 guaranteed annual salary of $2.8 million. I'm not sure how much you're going to save there with Wisnowski. I'm not sure what his dead cap is. But Percy Harvin III, look, he's making some good kicks. Let me see his dead cap. There's still dead cap.
What's Wisnowski's dead cap number?
His dead cap number. Damn, he's already... I didn't realize he was this old. Now that I'm like diving in, because we don't talk kickers, I did not realize Wisnowski was already 32 years old. Damn, he's a little older than I thought.
A lot of wear and tear.
A lot older than I thought.
You know, after 400 kicks, you see a precipitous drop-off in production. No, I'm just making stuff up. Morton Anderson kicked till he was like 60.
What about the other competition? Sorry.
Well, there's a couple.
Backup quarterback, Josh Dobbs, Brendan Allen. Who do you want to win that job? What do you think about Josh Dobbs yesterday? A lot of people like Josh Dobbs. To me, Josh Dobbs, we know who he is. We saw him last year with Minnesota. He was on 3 different teams. Where did he start? Cleveland, traded to Arizona. We saw him at Levi Stadium for the Arizona Cardinals. He was making plays in. That was a closer game than, final score is 35-16, but that game was close. And Arizona was doing everything with getting. They were running fake punts. They were doing everything, trick plays. They opened up the kitchen sink. But you know what? You see Brendan Allen and the timing or whatnot. Josh Dobbs, and I saw it with Minnesota as well, especially after the leagues, was like, all right, you just run RPOs. But if we make you just a pocket quarterback, he's going to struggle. He made a lot of plays yesterday, and it was fun. He made some nice throws. The throw to Cowing was really good. He made some nice throws underneath. But my issue with Dobbs, and it's, You see this with ready quarterbacks. As soon as that initial rush gets there, he's so quick to take his eyes down the field and just bail out of the pocket. Boom, I got to go. Without taking your eyes, let the play develop. All right, you got to make a man miss in the pocket. Keep your eyes downfield to make a throw. He bails out of the pocket way too quickly for me, and I wonder if he bails too quick for Shanahan because we know what Shanahan wants from his quarterbacks. He wants a timing. He wants a pocket quarterback. Sure, if you could run, great. But bailing the way he was bailing yesterday, I'm not so sure Shanahan's a big fan of that.
No, that's a really good point. The word that I keep coming back to when I watch Josh Dobbs is frenetic. He's very frenetic. Yeah. Oh, here comes the rush. Let me move. Let me spin around. And now it's a broken play.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got a
too
lot
quickly.
He's not as good as this player, but it's got a lot of Jeff Garcia vibes wearing that number 5, where it's like broken play after broken play after broken play. Shanahan wants you to win from the pocket.
Yep.
Right? That's what he wants. I thought that Brandon Allen last week was better, significantly better than this week, but better than Dobbs last week. And I thought Dobbs was a little better than Brandon Allen this week. I don't know what's going on at practice, but they're very different quarterbacks. Brandon Allen is going to play more traditional like Brock Purdy is, whereas Josh Dobbs, going back to your bailing on the pocket, he's going to do more of the backyard stuff. So it's really, what do you look for? I ask you this question. When I'm looking at backup quarterback, if you got to go 9 games with a backup quarterback, your season is probably cooked, no matter what team you are. Can you win 1 or 2 of a 3 or 4 game stretch? And I guess that's where I kind of go back to, I believe more in a little. I lean Dobbs currently because I saw him do it just last year.
Yeah.
But I do want to see more from Brandon Allen.
Right.
I actually, I'll admit it. I'm coming around on Brandon Allen. He actually has shown me some stuff. He throws the ball pretty well. I think his arm is very underrated.
I underrated his arm. He threw with some zip into the sea.
And he's got good pocket awareness, and I like the way he climbs up in the pocket. And I think that he's playing with, at least yesterday, he was playing with 4th and 5th stringers who just stopped running routes.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, outside of Debo and Ayuk and maybe Pearsall, Cowig, Jennings, it's not a good room. I don't believe so. It's a very subpar room when it comes to the wide receiver position, and even when it comes to running backs. And it's a top-heavy team. That's the depth here. But, when we talk about edge rushers, I want to get to that on the other side. Outside of Leonard Floyd and Nick Bosa, of course, Nick Bosa is going to have a monster year. He is. Beal Jr. is just not at the point of attack. Lack of containment, no physicality at the point of attack. Backup edge rusher for the 49ers. We saw them make trades from Randy Gregory last year. We saw them make trades from Chase Young. It would not surprise me to see them make a trade for another defensive end at some point this season, whoever becomes disgruntled. Because edge rusher, Lord forbid, if something happens to Nick Bosa, they're in trouble when it comes to rushing the passer.
That's why I wanted them, and I know the finances were probably unrealistic, but so I wanted Judon. Judon's a guy that instantly helps your team on a variety of levels, stopping the run. Yep. He's extremely versatile. He's one of the smartest players Belichick ever had and plays in a variety of schemes. I don't know if you caught this yesterday, but there were 3 different times early in the first and second quarter where the Niners went to 3 down linemen with their hands down and 1 guy standing up. And that's kind of the Brandon Staley 3-4 influence. Right. So Sorensen's already kind of showing you he'll throw a variety of looks. And I think that, to your point about edge rusher, I wonder if they're going to use linebackers as that third rusher and mix that guy in and try to disguise some of the blitzers. Maybe
with the way Jair Brown's playing that safety, he's having a hell of a camp. It looks really good. Odom made some plays as well. You know what? Maybe you experiment with Talanoa Hufanga as an outside linebacker on a 3rd down.
It's a good thought.
And have him rushing or whatnot, because I know they're going to want to get him on the field. I'm not sure I'm starting Hufanga right now over Tig Brown. I'm not sure I'm starting him over George Odom. And Mustafa continues to make plays in open space. So maybe you use Hufanga, maybe you use Tig Brown, maybe you use